Hi, welcome to Whackiview. I'm Brian, your host. We're going to welcome our next guest today. He is the Sears Seer.
I foresee this conversation going quite well.
It's great to hear.
I am the Sears Seer. I see all the future for all of Sears, the corporation.
So, are you the owner of Sears?
No, I'm simply an individual separate from the company who has worked for the company since its inception in 1886. I am the Sears Seer. I foresee the future for Sears.
Did you see when they went bankrupt and closed?
I did. Frankly, I should have been called the Sears pariah for having known this information was coming. But they did not listen to me. Unfortunately, whatever I foresee is the future. There is no changing it. I think that the Sears could have been the next Amazon had they not been so stupid. They started out as a catalog company without a physical location. And then they opened a physical location in the 1920s, and that was when it was over. It was over then.
So I have a series of questions to ask you.
I will answer as clear as I can, Mr. Brian. You know, I have foreseen your future. I can foresee anything related to the Sears company. So I have foreseen your next Sears visit. I know what you will be getting.
What will I be getting?
You will be getting a pool table, a garden hoe, 1 can of bleach, 1 can of bleach, a tire iron, roller skates, and a Coleman grill. The total of these will be $1,232. You will not round up for charity.
How does he know this? Anyways, the questions that I have for you are, do you sleep at night?
I wish I could, for even when the store is closed, my visions still flow.
Do you speak Latin?
I've been known to dabble in many languages, but most are not able to be spoken by human tongue.
Do you wish you were able to speak Latin?
Quite frankly, I think it would be a helpful, I wish I could.
Have you worked anywhere else?
At one time, I took a break from Sears and I became the IHOP Oracle, but I left after they did the IHOP situation. Burgers are not a breakfast food.
That's understandable. It was the dumbest marketing.
It was so stupid. It was quite frankly the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And I told them that this was going to be dumb, and they were like, but IHOP Oracle. And I was like, don't talk to me. I talk to the management only. I don't talk to you. But then they sued and fired me.
Where were you when Robert Roberts brought Boogie back?
Quite frankly, I was in the hunting section at Sears. There was a man asking, is this on discount? And I said, do you see a tag? And he said no. And then I smacked him. Smacked him real good.
So whenever Black Friday rolls around, are the things actually on sale, or do they just mark as on sale?
So I foresaw a great tragedy in 2007 at our Black Friday sale at our store in Colorado. I foresaw many casualties of our employees such as Jeff, the HR manager, and Carrie, who works in sports. I could not stop their fate from happening. They were trampled to death by Black Friday shoppers. In the year of 2025, everyone goes to Amazon now, so it's just another day.
So do you see yourself working for another company since Sears no longer exists?
Unfortunately, Sears does exist in some form of capacity, and such as I am still trapped within the confines of Sears.
So you have a contract with Sears?
I do not have a contract with Sears in the traditional sense. I have a contract with Sears in the sense of somehow they got acquired my soul in 1886. All Sears kind of work like a Horcrux, where if all of the Sears are destroyed, I'm allowed to go free. But as long as one Sears still exists, I'm cursed to roam this plane and foresee the future for Sears.
And then how'd you work at IHOP?
So that was a sticky situation where
there was syrup.
Yes. There was an investor at Sears that bought in a good chunk of IHOP, so I was somehow able to traversally exchange my servitude to a different company or part of IHOP. It was a whole thing, but like I said, it did end with me being fired.
Can you submit a request to be fired, or can you do something to be fired from Sears?
So I'm unable to tell lies. It's part of the Horcrux truth job soul contract that they have me locked in. Quite frankly, I don't know how it works. All I can do is foresee the future of Sears. That's my whole thing. I foresee the future of Sears.
Well, is there anything else you would like the world to know?
3 months from now, Sears will enter in a collaborative deal with Sabrina Carpenter. This deal will save our carpentry section where people can buy rugs. They will be renaming that section of Sears the Sabrina Carpets. Sabrina Carpenter fans will spend so much money at Sears that we will come back out of bankruptcy. And then Sears will usher in a second golden age, thanks to the Sabrina Carpenter fans.
Now, as many collabs go, there are a lot of problematic collaborations because there are a lot of problematic celebrities.
That's very true. So in terms of celebrities, there has been one single problematic celebrity in the past of Sears. His name was Jeff Bezos. I don't know how, but he stepped foot into a Sears and he was like, "This will be the site of my launch rocket." And I was like, no, this Sears has a destiny to eventually turn into a Bojangles. And he was like, "Oh, well, I defy destiny." And then he smacked me. Jeff Bezos smacked me, the Sears Seer. And then somehow, this guy defied destiny, and he built a spaceship launch site on top of that Sears. The Sears was destroyed. It was so weird. I don't know how he did it. He said something about the wealth of Amazon overcomes destiny. And I was like, this is crazy. But like I said, we could have been Amazon if we would have just stuck with the catalogs. September 12th, 2027. You will take a trip to the hardware section of Sears. You will be looking for a hammer. You see a blade saw, and you're like, "Oh, that's cool, it's a blade saw." There will be a young boy named Philip dressed as a sailor who will run in and turn the saw on and shove you into the saw. You will lose an arm, a leg, and your left ear. That is your fate, Brian Presley.
So
Sears
how
would be.
much Final Destination have you been watching?
I've never
Because
watched.
there is a new movie out now.
Does that take place at Sears? If not, I've never seen it. Like I said, I could only foresee the future of Sears.
So you're saying Sears is making a comeback?
What part of this do you not understand? Sears
What-
is coming back.
Okay.
I foresee the future of Sears.
What if I shop at Menards?
I can't see you there. It's like a Santa Claus situation. He sees you when you're sleeping. I see you when you're at Sears.
Is there anything else you would like the world to know about Sears, Mr. Seer?
No, I'm the Sears Seer. Please get it right.
You're the Sears Seer?
I've worked well over 100 years.
You're the Sears Seer.
I'm the Sears Seer. I foresee
So
the
do
future
you
of
do you
Sears.
sear Sears?
I can't tell if you're joking. No one jokes at Sears.
Sears is a joke because it no longer exists. Insert air horn here.
I'm going to visit Sears on September 12th, 2027. Do you remember the happiness that you had as a child coming to Sears?
No.
I remember watching you skip gleefully through the sports section. You rode one of our little bicycles that was on display. You wrecked our little bicycle that was on display. We charged you for the little bicycle that was on display. We sued you for the little bicycle on display. Do you have any questions for me, the Sears Seer?
I think my only question is, when are you leaving?
Who says that I was ever really here? The Seer cannot leave the Sears.
And with that, he's gone. Yeah, so tune in next time to Whackiview. I've been your host, Brian. Like, comment, subscribe, and good night.